Do you want to have the ease of MySQL with the power of Google Cloud? Let's see how to set up a MySQL database and connect to it using MySQL Workbench from your computer. First, you'll need a Google Cloud account. Go to cloud.google.com, then scroll down and click on Go to My Console. You'll see a page that looks like this. I've already set up my billing details, but if you haven't, you may be prompted to do that. Once you see this page, you can go to the search bar and type SQL. Click on the entry here called SQL. You may be asked to select a project. Click on the entry here called My First Project if it is shown, otherwise you can create a project. You'll see this page called Cloud SQL. Click on this blue Create Instance button. You'll see a few different vendors available here. In this example, we'll be using MySQL, so click on Choose MySQL. You'll be prompted to enable the Compute Engine API. Click on the Enable API button, which will take a few minutes to be enabled. When it's completed, you'll see the instance info page to set up your new database. For the instance name, enter a name for your database. Then enter a password for the root user. This is the password you will use to connect to your database from a tool such as MySQL Workbench. The version of MySQL defaults to version 8 here, which is okay for us, but you can change it if you want. You'll be asked to choose a Cloud SQL edition, either Enterprise Plus or Enterprise. For our purposes, we'll select Enterprise as it seems the lowest performance of the two. You can then decide on your preset, which can be either Production, Development or Sandbox. There's a brief description of each, and for this example, we'll select Sandbox as it's the lowest performance as well. For the region and zonal availability, you can leave these as the default. Then click Create Instance. The database instance will start to be created, which can take a few minutes. We can see now that it is completed. Now the database is created, we need to update the configuration so that we can connect to the database from our computer. To do this, click on Connections on the panel on the left. On this page, select the Networking tab. Ensure Public IP is selected. Under Authorized Network, click Add Network. A new panel will appear. For the name, I'll enter a value of my laptop. In the IP address, we need to enter the value of our computer's public IP address. An easy way to do this is to do a Google search for my IP. Google will display this. Copy the value here and paste it into the IP address on the Add Network panel. Then click New. The network is added. Then click Save at the bottom and the configuration is saved. Now that the database is set up, let's try to connect to it from MySQL Workbench. Open MySQL Workbench and click the plus button to add a new connection. On the connection screen, we'll enter the details of our new database. The connection name is a name you can use to identify it. I'll call it GCP. The host name is the public IP address of the database you just created. To find this, go back to the Google Cloud page. You'll see the public IP address here. This is different to the IP address of your laptop that we used in the Add Network section earlier. Click this button to copy it and paste it into MySQL Workbench here in the hostname. The username is root, which is the default user. The password is the one we used earlier in the video when we set up the database. If you're on Windows, you can enter the password and click Save Password so we don't have to enter it each time. If you're on a Mac, you can click Store in Keychain and enter the password. Once you've done this, click Test Connection. It should be successful. Now we can connect to it. Click on the connection and we are now connected. We can run a simple select query to get the current date to see that it works. We have now connected to our new MySQL database on Google Cloud Platform. If you want to stop running the database so you don't incur any unnecessary charges, or if you're not using it anymore, go back to the Google Cloud page and click the Stop button here. If you want to start it again, you can click the Start button here. Now that you have connected to your MySQL database, you'll probably want to import some data and work with it. Watch this video next to see how to import data and perform some analysis with SQL on it. Thanks for watching.